how would one even do a survey of those areas? If you're talking about like rainforests and tropical jungles and just dense wooded areas, how would one even find what's in there?
And for the most part, unexplored too, especially when it comes to PNG and Western Papua. Well, that's the thing. I think that's the barrier to entry, right? Anybody can go to Tasmania, drive down a highway, and be like, oh, I looked and I didn't find it, which is basically what I did. But to get into those places that they could be extant requires helicopter support, refuels, tons of local ground support, like local hunters and tribal people that know the land. And so it's a big, expensive operation to try and get into these places. And then, that's just getting in. Then you'd pepper it with trail cameras, baited cameras. You'd do some scent trailing, some sound calling, all these. I mean, you're a hunter. You know these techniques.
Well, it's interesting because we know that mountain lions are real, but most people don't ever see a mountain lion.
Right.
And a lot of people that live in like these heavily wooded areas don't see mountain lions.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to find one, and they're everywhere.
They live in our cities.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
So you might get lucky and catch one, but the populations are pretty great in terms of, like if you're in Colorado or if you're in Utah, I mean, they have a lot of mountain lions.
Right.
And it's very rare that you see one.
Exactly.
So imagine if there was a very small population of mountain lions or Tasmanian tigers. And, you went looking in a much more wooded area, much more dense environment.
Much larger, too. Huge swaths of unpopulated land. And if they were intelligent and cryptic like a mountain lion, which they probably were because they were at the top of the food chain, they know and they choose not to be seen. Like P-22, right? The mountain lion that lived in L.A.
We have a big photo of him out here.
The one with the Hollywood sign? Yeah.
It's a great picture.
I just love that photo.
Yeah. He's dead now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
did they kill him? Did they euthanize?
They euthanized him. Yeah.
Something was wrong with him, right? Like he was badly injured.
I think he got hit by a car. I think. Don't quote me on that. But some injury. I think it was a car strike, and he was an old cat as well. So yeah.
What do you think of the orang pendek?
I think it's interesting. Have you ever seen that motorcycle video? Where the guy's on the motorcycle and he sees the little guy run across.
Yeah.
So that's supposed to be orang pendek, right?
Well, let's see if we can find that.
Sure.
That one is weird because
there you go.
Here, is that real?
It's so. And is this a kid? Well, that one looks
fake.
Over embellished. But if you watch the actual video, So this is the video I've seen. I think that we love humanoids. As a species, we love the idea.
Just play the video.
It doesn't play. It's all still frames.
All of it?
It's all someone talking about this. It's not the video.
Oh, well, that looks so fake.
Yeah, it does.
That's a still frame of it? But that could just be a naked dude.
Totally.
That
could
totally
be a crazy
looks like
person.
a dude.
Yeah.
That doesn't even look that hairy.
But I think...
look at the proportions. Looks like a person. Did they have something to judge it by? I've seen the actual video though, Jamie. See if we can find the actual video because that's not it.
Yeah, this is the same one I've seen.
Yeah.
And I think in relation to the motorcycle and the guy, even though there's some forced perspective, it's tiny.
Yes.
Right? So it looks like a dude, but that would be like a 4 foot tall guy.
So here's these guys. They're on this motorcycle, racing along.
Was that the one? I felt like it ran across before.
Yeah, that one looks fake.
This one looks fake. I'm
that one looks
certain
like
I saw a
full-on
different one.
setup. The
Yes.
guys slow their bike down just in time.
Yeah, this one's nonsense.
What? Well, that was where it ran across the road. The one that I saw, though, I thought it was dark-haired.
And it ran this way across the road,
and it was
right?
a very quick and brief video.
Same. That's the one that I'm thinking of as well.
17 million views.
Well, maybe this is probably it then.
But I don't. It's hard to remember because I've seen so many stupid fucking videos. But I seem to remember it looking almost like an ape person.
I think, my opinion, and I'm not really.
See if you can find anything, Jim.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm not really qualified to speak on these humanoid cryptid things, but we have Khoisan in southern Africa, right? The small bushman.
Mm-hmm.
In Borneo, Sumatra, and places like this, there are still very isolated groups of tribal people, and sure, they're talking about proportions of small people and all of that, but what's stopping a teenager? Doesn't matter. I don't care what tribe you're from. If you're a teenager, you're going out there and you're being rebellious, right?
Right.
from going out with a spear to go on a hunt and deciding to continue going, and then he crosses a road, and now it's become a Bigfoot, a Oran Pendek, or whatever, because he gets startled. Maybe he's doing something illegal or wrong or whatever and runs. Somebody catches it on their helmet cam, and now it's perpetuating into this big thing.
Or they see it in low light. They see it at dawn.
Right.
Yeah, if you think about that island of Flores, though, that's where things get interesting. Like
Mia Flores, right?
Well, the Homo floresiensis.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Homo floresiensis.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Floriensis. But that's the little hobbit person that they've confirmed lived alongside people as recently as, I forget how long ago.
It's like 8,000 or 10,000 years ago or something like that.
They think it was fairly recent. Like
Yeah.
within like after the Ice Age.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and there are, across the human species, there are so many diverse-looking cultures and tribes and peoples, right? We're all humans, but, Aboriginal people, African people, Indonesian people, Asian people, we all look different, and we all have these own distinct characteristics. And so to think about, imagine being a Westerner or whatever, being an Indonesian like in that video, and then you see someone who looks so different than your own culture, and you're not expectant of it. It's very easy to let your imagination turn into this whole other species, this cryptic thing, versus like maybe this is someone from a different tribe who's in a different area. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying it's.
And then there's also, they keep finding new extinct species of humans, right? Like Denisovans and all. I think there was another one that they found recently that they're trying to figure out what it is. But they're very human-like in terms of Homo sapien-like, but a slightly different branch of the chain.
Yeah, with different like jaw morphologies or cranium shapes or whatever. And I think we used to, up until 15, 20 years ago, only think that there was like 2 or 3 species of humanoid ever.
Right.
Right. And now there's like, I want to say 8.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Well,